19 years old, 3 kids, no job. How the hell are you gonna make it?
First off, how I got in my situation is, I started off young, had kids when I was 15, I should have waited.
15?
Yeah, I should have waited, but, I was happy to be a father, I was ready to take care of my kids, you know what I'm saying? But
at 15, I know if I got anybody pregnant when I was 15, I'd be terrified.
I was terrified.
It's terrifying, right? Didn't you say, boy, I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again for a while?
No, I never said that.
Why?
She got pregnant again.
Yeah, I know. But how? I mean, and I understand how, but what was your thinking on that part? You're 15 years old, you got a child. Why didn't you say, man, I'm never gonna make that mistake again?
I thought I was ready. I thought I was gonna have money. I thought I was gonna have a job. I thought I was gonna be straight.
At what age?
16, 15. I had kids. I had to do what I had to do. I can't just leave my baby mama.
But how about saying, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna have sex. I'm not gonna bring kids in the world when I'm a teenager.
I wasn't even thinking like that.
Okay. You're right. You weren't thinking that way. But now you're in this situation. When did the abuse start towards your girlfriend?
The abuse started like after I had my child, after I had my first child.
First one?
Yes, sir.
Would you slap her, punch her?
Yeah.
Both?
Yes.
I do have a list, I guess, of things that you do. Verbally abusive, you call her a bitch, hoe, and a slut. Tells her she's a terrible mother. Punches her in the arms and legs.
Yes, sir.
Hits her in the jaw.
Yeah, I hit her in the jaw a couple times. I don't really do that a lot, but I hit her in the jaw a couple times.
Pushes her down.
Yes, sir.
Destroys the house.
Yes,
Flips
sir.
couches, punches holes in the wall, throws chairs, has bleached and ripped up her clothes, fights in front of the kids, kicked her out of the house with a newborn baby. How old are your kids again? 2, 1, and 2 months old?
A week and a half.
A week and a half, 2. And I think, here's these kids being raised by kids. Now, this young woman that you're with, she's gave you 3 children, right?
Yes.
When you're punching her in the face, when you're popping her in the jaw, what is going through your mind?
Ain't nothing going through my mind at the time, but then after the fact, I think about it, I apologize to her, but that ain't enough.
Okay, you apologize, but when you think about it afterwards, what are you thinking?
I don't want to end up in jail and somebody else taking care of my kid.
Oh, jeez. That's a good thought. I'm not going to criticize this. That's a real good thought. I don't want to end up in jail, and I don't want anybody else taking care of my kids. But how about, oh my God, what did I do? The girl, the woman that I love, the mother of my children, I just punched her in the face.
When I'm mad, I don't even think about that, honestly.
Did you finish school?
No.
You didn't finish school?
No.
So I don't want to bum you out, but what's your prospects here? In your big, you go to bed, you dream at night, what do you think's going to happen for Jamel?
The rate I'm going, I'm either end up dead or in jail.
And if you end up dead or in jail, you just said you don't want anybody else raising your children. Well, if you're dead or in jail, guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't want to be this person, but things happen.
What are you going to do to change it?
I need anger management or something.
You need anger management.
I need some type of something.
Your mother called into the show. She's probably concerned that, she has a son with all these kids that he can't support. Does she know about the abuse?
A little bit. She don't know about the whole thing.
She doesn't know about the whole thing. Let's bring your mother out, Dana.
Was you raised like that? Huh? Did I raise you to put your hands on some female? If somebody put their hands on me, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do if somebody touch me? If somebody touch your female sibling, what if anybody touch your family members, what are you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? Nothing to say.
Ain't no talk.
I'm just saying.
What I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do? She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's mother. She's somebody's sister. I pay your rent. I take you where you need to go. You just got into your own place 2 months ago, but that was because of me. And I'm right next door, and you punching on her? You're hitting her? You have a daughter. What if somebody decides, I'm gonna knock her out? What you gonna do? You gonna, why? Why? Guess what? What if her male family members felt the same way that you do? So why would you do that to her? But you love her. I love her. Love don't hurt. Love don't hurt. Love don't have nobody getting punched on. Love don't have nobody getting smacked because I'm mad. I'm mad. You won't put your hands on her in front of me. And you know this. So why, don't get behind closed door and get tough. That ain't cool. That don't make you a man. I tell you all the time, I'm right next door. All you have to do is call me. I'm right next door. If you yell out your window, I'm gonna hear you, right? Things get that tough, come over to my house. It's never a reason or an excuse for you to put your hands on nobody. So what you wanna do? You need help. That's what I called the show. I called. Because I hear you hollering at her. I hear how you talk to her. I hear the things that come out your mouth about her. She a bitch, she a whore, she a slut. She's the mother of your kids. So if you felt all that, you should have done that before you laid down. So that makes you a bitch, a whore, and a slut as well. Do you want some help? That's why we're here. I'm sorry.
No. You know, it's funny because this makes even less sense to me now. Explain to me how you could have this mother that's so involved in your life, so helping you out, and you keep making bad decisions.
Me too. Explain it to me too, because I want to know.
I guess my anger get the best of me.
You what?
My anger get the best of me.
Your anger gets the best of you.
Then run.
But you control your anger when you're around Mom.
Because of my mama.
Dana, Jamal, I'm going to ask you to leave the stage. I'm going to bring your girlfriend, the mother of your 3 children, out and talk to her, and then I'll bring you guys all back out. Let's bring out Katrice. How you doing, Katrice?
I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay. So I got to ask, you're 22 years old, right?
Yes.
With 3 children already. With
Yes.
with a guy that really can't support you.
He's a good father to our children.
No. How can you possibly be a good father when you put fear into your children? How come you're not speaking up and saying, first of all, you ever put your hands on me again, I'm calling the police, I'm gonna start having you locked up, right?
I do call the police on him, but that doesn't do good because I don't press charges or nothing. So.
Well, again.
And when I do call the police, sometimes all he does is run in the house and lock the door.
If you don't do anything and there's no consequences to his actions, it will keep happening over and over again. Do you want to stay with Jamal? Like, you'd like to be with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's the father of my kids. Who wants to leave the father of their kids?
I would say probably women that are getting beaten, not supported, scared. Are you ready to live in the real world?
Yes.
Are you ready to stand up for yourself?
Yes.
Let's bring Jamal back out. Stand up and come.
Yeah, I got a couple things to say to you. You know, I apologize for the things I did to you. I know it was wrong, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That heard that too many times. I'm tired. I can't do this no more.
That's why I came down
It's
here
not
to
my
help you.
lifestyle. It's not my lifestyle, and I don't want to go through it anymore.
I was trying to tell her I apologize for the things I did. You know, I was trying to seek help. That's why I came down here. I'm trying to manage my anger. You know, I don't want to hurt you. You're my baby
Right.
mama. You know, I love you. You know, I ain't known that with you. You know.
I honestly think he could get all the anger management in the world. And maybe he comes back home and maybe he doesn't hit you ever again. But you're going to be dealing with all this other stuff. And you know what? I cannot stand up here and paint a pretty picture and think, oh, he's going to come back and he's going to be just so great. And no, because if it ain't the hitting, it's the other stuff. You don't work, you don't go to school, you don't do anything. So how is possibly are you going to affect change? You can't. Yeah, you can get help for your anger and learn how to deal with anger control. But as far as being a good dad or a good spouse or husband or boyfriend, whatever that is, That ain't coming. And I can't help with that. You can't help with that. Nobody can help with that. And you know why? Because I'm not talking to a 28-year-old man or a 36-year-old man. I'm talking to a kid. And you know what a kid needs to do? Get his ass, get an education, and go through life and start working and get life experience. And that's why you, young man, should not be a father of 3 children in this adult relationship, because you're not ready to handle it. And that part, I cannot help with. I can't. I would hope that most of you agree with me. Yeah, domestic violence is a problem here. And maybe we get help. But what's going on with this, that has got a long way to go before he's ready to be in an adult relationship. I see a spark of, I want help for my anger, which would be good for her if you stopped hitting her. But I don't hear what other plan there is, what motivation you have to feed
Only motivation I got is my kid. Don't just keep me going
but
right
that's,
now.
you know, it's nice to say in theory, yeah, I take care of my kids, I provide for my kids. Just because your ass is at home doesn't mean you're providing or taking care of them.
I ain't never say that. They gotta eat. They gotta eat, don't they? They gotta wear shoes. They gotta wear clothes, don't they?
Yeah, and by the grace of God and your family, they have that.
Okay. By the grace of their daddy, too. But they got a good daddy. I don't touch my kids. They got a good daddy.
I can't argue for you anymore. We're gonna send them to anger management. We are gonna follow up with this story. But what are you gonna say to this guy for him to change everything in his life? Because it sounds like everything needs to be changed. What is gonna be his wake-up call? I usually never do this with the teen show, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. You go out that door, our counselors back there, the producers, we're setting you up with anger management. We told you we're gonna give it to you, we're gonna give it to you. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you'll start making some incredibly unselfish decisions for your family. Thanks for being on the show, Jamel. You are dealing with just, not a bad guy as far as when he puts his hands on you, but the problem is you started dating a kid and you're still with the kid. You got 3 children with the child. You know what you need to do, so I'm gonna say, are you gonna go out that door and just say, hey, he's my man, I love him, I'm gonna be with him? Or I'm gonna go out that door and start heading down a different path for the betterment of me and my children. And you don't have to say anything, just pick a door. All right.